Buckle up. This is an interesting one. Hi everybody, Anthony here from Awesome Anthony Productions, and today I'm going to give you my review of the latest horror comedy from A24, Death of a Unicorn. But before we get started, I always have to say, at the end of the video, if you think I've earned it, please leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss any of my new reviews. Now let's get into it. Directed by Alex Sharfman, Death of a Unicorn stars Paul Rudd as an attorney named Elliot, trying to finish a big business deal and bring his art history major daughter, played by Jenna Ortega, to the mansion of his billionaire boss, late-stage cancer patient Odell, played by Richard E. Grant, Odell's wife Belinda, played by Téa Leoni, and their son Shepard, played by Will Poulter.
Sorry, we're late.
What happened? You walked from the airport or what?
It's perfect timing.
But on the way there, Elliot accidentally hits and kills a unicorn, but he is so desperate to just get to that mansion and finish this deal that they pack it up in the car and move on. There's just two problems. Number one, the blood and the horn of the unicorn are a miracle cure for everything, including cancer. So of course the billionaire asshole wants to monetize it.
Whatever it is, it seems to be the cure for cancer.
Cancer? That's the biggest one.
Number two, unicorns can't die, and they are very dangerous creatures, especially when more of them show up. It's been a hot minute since I've seen a truly weird and subversive A24 horror movie, on the level of like Saint Maud, Beau is Afraid, or even Men, which I didn't even like all that much, and I expected that from this one. I mean, why wouldn't I? A gory, blood-soaked monster movie with a great cast, promising laughs, thrills, and kills, with the main monster being a unicorn?
Sign me up.
But the reality is, this movie's more of a mixed bag than I expected, though I did like more than I didn't. For starters, this is a stacked cast. Paul Rudd, Richard E. Grant, Téa Leoni, they're all great here and balance the more comedic parts of the film
That horn was rather girthsome.
with moments of drama or moments of pure horror when a unicorn attacks. I have more to say about Will Poulter and Jenna Ortega's roles here, but I'll save that for later. As for Paul Rudd, Elliot is a really solid character. A recently widowed man with a daughter who he's having a really hard time connecting with. You feel that, and you definitely sympathize with him. For the most part.
Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Because at the start of the film, he's a bit of an asshole, even if you understand where he's coming from. I mean, this dude is a recent single dad, and he's on the verge of a big business deal that will set him and his daughter up for life. Meanwhile, she's complaining the entire time and lecturing him about working for billionaires.
The Leopolds donated this entire nature preserve. And they care about a lot of things, not just pharmaceuticals.
Fine.
I'm not saying she doesn't have a point, but it's nice to see a movie where the dad doesn't just take it and shut up. This time, this dad actually shuts her down when she starts in with that crap.
I'm not made of money. I'm made of man made in a skeleton.
Basically telling her, like, look, this isn't the quad at college, this is the real world. I think Rudd handles all of that very well, and of course he obviously handles the comedic timing very well here too. I also thought his character's arc was very strong and poignant. Like I said, he's kind of an asshole in the beginning, and he definitely grows throughout this hour and 45 minutes or so. Now, Richard E. Grant and Téa Leoni may not get much in the way of character development here, but from the second we meet these two, you absolutely love to hate them. They're the perfect embodiment of sociopathic, borderline evil billionaires that will do anything they can to further their own interests and their own financial gain, while seemingly talking themselves out of any ounce of blame or wrongdoing.
I have done nothing wrong, ever, in my life.
Grant is particularly sinister here, especially the things that he does after he finds out about the unicorn's healing abilities. There's one scene where he's eating a steak in the movie. And it really seemed like he has had a ton of fun reveling in this awful character. While Téa Leoni's kind of put through the ringer here, having to be the stoic, supportive rock for her sick husband, to being a smooth-talking billionaire, to being an impatient mother who is steps away from cracking.
I'm gonna lose it.
And she nailed all of it. That brings us to her in-movie son, Will Poulter, who I think is easily the standout of the cast here.
I don't think I should be in swim shorts for this moment.
An alcoholic, drugged up, rich pretty boy that lives off his parents and occasionally likes to cosplay that he's a genius like his father, while everybody sees right through his bullshit, especially Jenna Ortega's character. And I really love the direction that his character goes in the second half, all kick-started by him snorting a line of unicorn horn powder. Completely unhinged. Now, as for Jenna Ortega as Ridley, she's definitely the character I had the hardest time connecting with, basically just playing an evolution on her girl with a chip on her shoulder from Wednesday or Beetlejuice.
Life is pain. Life is only pain.
She starts off as a borderline insufferable, typical angsty college student in the beginning. Meanwhile, Elliot's just trying to close a deal to provide for his family as a single parent. I will say though, as the movie goes on, and she starts going from an entitled brat to a scared kid to someone that actually knows what's going on here and has a role in the story that I really hated because it kind of leads into that the girl that's the key to everything trope that I can't stand. But by that point, she definitely becomes a more well-rounded character, and I actually found myself starting to root for her and not just be annoyed every time she was talking. And for what it's worth, even when she's playing an insufferable character like this, Jenna Ortega is still a great actress and nails it. I just wish they would have done more for her. Instead, in this movie, she really just is there to fulfill tropes like the angsty college student, the scared kid, or the girl that's the key to everything. That actually brings me to my next complaint. This movie didn't go nearly as far as I hoped it would.
We weren't weird enough.
This is a monster slasher movie about killer unicorns, and it's from A24. This should have been absolutely wild, bonkers, and completely out there. And there are some glimpses of that here and there, whether it's from someone tripping balls after they touch a unicorn horn, the sheer violent rampage that kicks off when the bigger unicorns arrive, or the actual unicorn mythology that they fit into the story here. But it's all so matter of fact. Outside of these glimpses and very, very late in the third act, like towards the climax and ending, things are very predictable and formulaic here. Like once they hit the unicorn, which you know is coming if you saw the trailer, and they go on their merry way, if you're paying even a little bit of attention, it's really not hard to figure out where the rest of the plot is going to go from here. From the unicorn busting out of their car at the mansion, to the greedy billionaires that want to use it for their personal gain, to a bigger unicorn showing up and wreaking havoc. And I was just sitting there the whole time, enjoying myself, yeah, but just hoping for something, anything that would make this movie stand out a little bit more.
Just give me something. Anything.
But as it stands, it's just a typical monster movie, just elevated here and there with some good stylistic choices and a sheer dedication to preserving unicorn mythology. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Plus, there's the satirical elements of pointing the finger at billionaires who think that they can take and distort nature for their own personal gain, which felt very on the nose for a lot of this runtime. Now that I mention that, Jurassic Park did that 30 years ago, and much better, might I add. This movie actually borrows pretty heavily from Jurassic Park, especially during a scene that felt very reminiscent of Lex and Tim hiding from the raptors in the kitchen.
What you say?
The visuals here aren't even really that great. Occasionally we get an animatronic head or legs that look very good because it's practical effects, or like a practical unicorn horn, but a lot of the time when the unicorns are shown or when they're really doing anything, it's very iffy looking CGI. This is all just a shame because I really did like this movie overall. I just expected more. Though it features a great cast, a very strong premise rooted in unicorn mythology, hit or miss humor that works more than it doesn't, and some really tense or violent monster scenes with the unicorns, its two frustrating leads, on-the-nose satire, iffy visual effects, predictable and formulaic plot, and an unwillingness to take this to really weird and wild places just kind of left me feeling let down afterwards. If you enjoy monster movies, horror, or A24, I would go check this out with as full a crowd as possible. Just don't go in expecting anything groundbreaking. And that's my review of Death of a Unicorn. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this review, you know exactly what to do. I said it earlier. Please leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss any of my new reviews. While you're at it, you can scroll down the description below, find the links to my socials, leave a comment, let me know if you saw this movie and what you thought. And if you want more of my content, you can click or tap on these cards right here. I'll take you to my review of Snow White, or just over to my channel where you can check out the rest of my reviews. I'll take you to my review of Snow White, or just over to my channel where you can check out the rest of my reviews. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time for my review of a Minecraft movie.